I've got a new setup, and I've set myself a challenge. Hello and welcome back to another weekly vlog. If you're new here, my name is Matt and this vlog is about my journey to health and fitness. I've had a few health issues over the last few years. I need to put them behind me. I need to move on. So I mainly use the online platform Zwift, which is a virtual cycling platform. So yeah, if you want to follow me on that journey, hit the like button, subscribe and hit the notifications, all of that sort of stuff, and you can come along with us. We're building up a nice little community on our Saturday rides too, so come and join us. So this week it is already Tuesday. I completely ran out of time yesterday to do any recording or anything else, and it is the last week of having children at home. Back to school as of Monday, which I can't wait for, my wife can't wait for. So yeah, one more week to get through. But I have already been on the bike this week. I have already moved my setup. I've released another video, so go and check that one out if you haven't already, about that new setup and what it looks like. And touch wood, I finally sorted out all the issues that I was having with my recording software, because I'm now using my main PC, which is more powerful than the laptop that I had. So that'll be a good thing to get sorted. Bike in the new position was absolutely fine for the ride. And I'll put the footage in a minute for that ride. A couple of things for this week. I've set myself a challenge. I was emailed through. I used UK cycling events previously to do some of their, I think I did the New Forest bike ride with them, and maybe potentially the London to Brighton with them as well. But they are doing a virtual challenge, the UK cycling events OTE Anytime Challenge, where between the 27th of February and the 14th of March, you ride 200 kilometres. So that, I have signed up for that challenge. It's completely free, unless you want a medal at the end where you pay £10. And because I love medals, I've paid the £10, so I'm committed to the challenge. And I've been doing about 60 kilometres a week on my road back onto Zwift for the last, what is it, a month now. So I think that sets me up for a good challenge. 100 kilometres a week to get me to the 200. There you go, that's maths for you. Yeah, so I think that's a great challenge. Anyone else interested, sign up too and let me know how you get along with it. As I said, I did jump on tonight. I did the Richmond main big course, 2015 UCI course I think it's called. I completely messed up what that route looked like. My memory over the course of the last few years has gone completely. I thought you went up one hill and came round to the end, but you didn't. There were 3 hills in that, and it caught me by surprise slightly. But I continued on round for another total kilometres, 25 kilometres in the end. So a good little ride on about, with some challenging climbing in there, challenging for me anyway, not for the people who regularly ride up the Alp. But yeah. Positive start, and I'm yet to check the footage, so I will do that, and if I've got any I'll put a bit in now. And we've got our bike ride on Saturday again. This week I think we're going to be doing a route around New York. I haven't, again, I continually say this because I've been off Zwift for so long. I've very rarely ridden around New York, so it'll be another change and get another route ticked off on the old route planner. And I think it's a bit hilly and a bit flat, so I think that'll be an awesome route. I'm also toying with the idea of throwing in a race for everyone this week, although I'm probably leaving it a little bit late now, and clearly this video goes out after that would have happened anyway. But I'll have a think about that one. Aside from that, I will catch you tomorrow. So hopefully this is all working okay, all the new setup in the new location. Just jumped on to do some more route finding, some route hunting, and doing the 2015 UCI Richmond route, which is about 16.5k 150, 160 meters of climbing at the end. I'm not a big fan of Richmond, but it's on the schedule today, and it's just another route to get ticked off the list. I fancied a slightly longer one than just the smaller routes, so I thought I'd do a bit of climbing at the end. Last time I rode this route, I hated those hills at the end of this route. I'll see how I get on with them today, and hopefully it sounds okay. Fans in a different position, cameras in a different position. I'm just hoping it all comes out okay. And let's get going. Just going up to 13 minutes in then, 6.7k. I think we're about to head downhill soon before the climb back up. Two things I've learned about my new setup. Number one, I put the bike too close to this table in front of me, which means it's difficult to get to change my gear. So next time, I'll put it further away from the table. Number two, I've got a dual screen setup on this PC, and leaving the OBS app on the other screen recording meant that the game was quite choppy, graphics. So I've just closed that down. Hopefully that'll improve the smoothness on this screen and on the recording. Oh yeah, 2 early lessons, but feeling all right. Quite strong. Still not really looking forward to the climb though. But positive so far. Alright, we're 20 minutes in then. Just about to make the turn before we start climbing back up to the start. 11.8 kilometres gone. Feeling quite strong. I do feel like I've pushed harder than probably I should have, given these climbs going up. But feeling okay. I've thought of one other potential issue, because that's all I have at the moment is issues. The desk that this is all sat on is a desk that goes up and down. And it's obviously only got one pillar either side. I caught it out the corner of my eye that actually, if I'm putting quite a few watts in, it starts to wobble. So this camera quality, it might be poor, it might be wobbling a bit, which could be a bit of a game changer. So I'll have to see how it comes out. B. Johnson's just gone past. Wonder if that's the man himself. He likes a bit of cycling, doesn't he? Here we go then. Up to the red marker to start the way up. Come on. Oh, so that's that hill done. Oh, I've just realised that's not the only hill, is it? I'm pretty sure there's another one coming up in a minute. Oh, coast down here for a bit. Get my breath back. And then push up for the final bit, I think, that takes you back. It's been so long since I've ridden Richmond. It's really not one of my favourites. I don't know what it is about that last hill. I don't know whether it feels like it should be, here we go. It feels like it should be a shorter hill. So, and it just seems to take longer. I don't know what it is about it. Oh, let's get up this one. I've clearly completely forgotten this route. I'm going up another hill now. In my head, it was a lot shorter. We got to that turn at the bottom and then made your way up. And for some reason, I thought the end was up there. Now we're going up again. Oh, come on. Oh, and across the line. So, I've got a stitch. Oh, my left back on the left hand side. Oh, that's hurting. So that was a lot more difficult than I was expecting it to be, because I was thinking of a totally different course. Oh, I burnt pretty much all my matches on that first climb, completely forgetting there were the second and third ones. And I got a funny feeling, I didn't realise this, because I've changed computer. I can't check it now because the keyboard's over there. I got a funny feeling that I'm on 100% trainer difficulty, and because I don't have a big range of gears on this bike, I don't know what I used to do it at, but I'm sure it wasn't 100, because I felt like I ran out of gears, so I was pushing harder than maybe I would normally up the first few climbs. So I need to have a look at that, but I'm gonna carry on, get another few kilometers in towards the 200k and call it a night. So yeah, it's getting on a bit now, so dinner time. So I shall catch you later. It's Wednesday, and the nice sunny weather has gone and been replaced with cold, misty, foggy. It's dry, it's not raining, but it's definitely taken a step back towards the cold. Back in the coat today. Out for my walk. I still haven't had the chance yet to look at the footage for the ride yesterday. I'm behind myself this week, time wise. Whilst my main job has eased up slightly in terms of outside of work hours pressures, I actually do another bit of work on the side that's come in as a bit of a surprise that I need to get completed this week. So it's just making things slightly more difficult to keep up. One thing I forgot to mention yesterday is my stomach took a bit of a bad turn again on Monday. Nowhere near as bad as it has been before. It was about Monday lunchtime that I felt it, and I could feel the acid on my chest, and I'd forgotten. I say forgotten. I try, when I'm feeling okay, not to take my medication every day, just because I want to try and wean myself off it. This time, it's obviously had a bad effect on me, because yeah, Monday I didn't feel too good, and that meant that there was no way I was getting on the bike Monday night. Yesterday I felt a little bit better, which is why I jumped on the bike yesterday, and I'm feeling a bit better today. Usually I find it takes about 3 days for me to get over it, and that's the sort of acidy, chesty feeling, uncomfortable stomach, and I must come up here in the night because I end up with a cough, which has happened. It's come out now, and I'm coughing a little bit, and weirdly today my nose hasn't stopped running either. I think that's completely unrelated though. But yeah, I think I'm feeling better today. Hopefully the cough will disappear in the next couple of days, and be back to good, but it won't stop me riding. Probably, well, as long as it doesn't get any worse anyway. I might jump on tonight or tomorrow, and I want to jump on at some point and try and test all the Discord stuff when I can, so that'll either be tonight or tomorrow, and ask a few of the guys along to help out with that. So yeah, I shall see you soon. It's Thursday, and I can't wait for the end of the week this week. It has been, for some reason, a difficult week. I just don't seem to have been able to catch up with myself. I've had work things to do. I've had difficulty with school lessons with a little one. I think we're all just getting to the end of our tether with it. So thankfully it's coming to an end next week and she's going back to school. So yeah, just one of those weeks I can't wait to finish, and it's been a rush just to fit other things around it, like keeping up with you guys on Facebook and stuff, and all of the things that I need to do for that. But I have just got off the bike from a ride to try and test out the Discord channel to make sure that I can talk to people, made sure my headphones didn't fall out, all of that sort of stuff. So I think we set that up all right. So thank you to Chris's, Doug, and Soren and Petter for being in the chat on Discord. We had an hour-long ride round, what's it called? The Greater London Flat. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, so it's basically around the long route around London, but on the not hitting the hills. So that's another route ticked off for me, another route on my old checklist ticked off. And yeah, it's quite a good route as well, that one. They've built a new road since I did it last that goes from the bottom of Box Hill to the other side, so you don't have to go up and do the hill, but it keeps that big loop. So another ride I know about. The issue that I had in my back after the ride on Tuesday, I felt very slightly again after this one. Hoping that means it's whatever it is. I don't feel it when I'm riding. It's literally when I stop and I sort of sit up straight, I can feel it twinge, but it seems to be okay now. And I'm feeling a lot better after the last couple of days not feeling good. And I noticed I've just edited the video that I did on Tuesday, and I'm sorry for the number of jump cuts in that, but that's where I'm cutting coughing out. That seems to have eased up slightly, and my stomach has settled back down again, touch wood. So that's all good. Well, the other thing, I checked my training difficulty after that ride, and it is only on 50%. So I haven't checked what I was riding on previously. It definitely felt harder than normal, but I can't have been riding on less than 50%. So as I said though, in my video about my setup, I don't have the biggest gear selection, so I have to ride it on a lower setting because I just run out of gears, and I'm not a particularly strong rider. So, and a quick update on the challenge, I have done 81.7k if my maths is correct. That's twice I've done maths in one episode. I think just over 80k, which means the ride on Saturday will put me over the 100k for the week. Obviously, I'll get the extra bonus of last Saturday's ride in there too. So heading nicely towards completing that challenge, which is good. I didn't get around this week to putting a race into the diary. I chose to use the time to set up the Discord correctly for Saturday. And I just didn't really have enough time to get the invites out onto Facebook, get people to sign up, and then set everything. I just didn't have time really to do that. So maybe it's something we'll look at next week, because I think it'll be good to fit a race into the diary. Plan, I probably won't ride tomorrow, considering the week I've had. I think I just want to have an evening of rest tomorrow. But we've got the group ride 11 o'clock UK Saturday, UK time on Saturday, which I'm looking forward to, and that's ticking off another route. So slowly but surely getting through those tick lists, and this time we're heading to New York. I've not ridden there for a long time, so excited about that. That's kind of my update for today. If anything exciting happens tomorrow, I'll let you know. If not, I will see you on Saturday morning. It's Saturday and time for this week's group ride. Another one, I can't wait for it. Today going around one of the routes in New York. And I've only done very few routes in New York, so this will be a new one ticked off the list for me. And how depressed did I look in that video on Thursday? So sorry about that, but in a much better mood today. It's the weekend, no work, none of that rubbish. So all good. And One thing I did forget to do was do this week's weigh-in on Tuesday. So I actually jumped on the scales yesterday, another pound off. So scales moving in the right direction, and hopefully that'll now continue to come off in the future. But about 10 minutes left to go until the ride, so I'm going to set myself up, get on, and this week, hopefully, I'll be able to show you some of the group ride footage. Catch you in a bit.
Right, we started then. We are 3.5 minutes in. I'm already blowing a little bit. A little hill just at the start. Oh, I wasn't quite prepared for, but settling in nicely now. Another good group of riders, quite a few of us, and going to tick this ride off the list. I think I've only done a couple of the routes on New York previously. I don't think this is one of them. I haven't had much experience of it, so it'd be good to do a few more here and see how good New York is. Okay, so we're over half an hour in, going really well. The band seems to be struggling a bit. We've got a few behind and a few up front, so yeah, it's a bit of a shame. But aside from that, a really good group, having a good chat on Discord. I'm still trying to juggle typing, talking, and recording all at the same time, but I'm sure that'll come easier. And I got this during the week, which is a little keyboard mouse thing, so I can easily write messages and move around the screen at the same time, so that's quite good. We've already been around this course once already now. Probably do it twice, I think, if not more before the end. Nice little route with hills and stuff as well. That's good. Just under 5 minutes left to go. This has been quite a difficult course. I didn't expect it. It's very rolly, very hilly. The chat's been very quiet, I think, because people have been struggling slightly with the hilly element of it, but it's actually been quite a good one. As I said, good chat on Discord. Got that working now, so if you join the next week's ride, join onto the Discord as well, have a chat, and yeah, sign up below. And cycle out the remaining 2 minutes. Get around 28k. Not too bad.
That was another awesome group ride. Thank you everyone for coming along again. A slightly more difficult route than I was expecting it to be. The inclines and sort of hilly parts and that were quite tough, but it was nice to get pulled along by the band every now and again. And there was a few issues with the band today, and I think because of those hills so early on in the route, it kind of spread everyone out. And I understand we ended up with another group a few minutes back that was sort of banded together as well. So it's something to keep an eye on for future rides. Maybe we'll make sure we all go off at the same rate for the first, I don't know, couple of minutes, just to make sure the band is secured around all of us. But also what I understand is if you miss the start for whatever reason, you might miss being caught up in that band, and I think a couple of people got left back behind and having to bust a gut to get back onto the back of the group. So yeah, all stuff to learn from and, you know, and take forward into future rides. But another route ticked off the list and another good solid ride under my belt. I carried on after that finish. It was an hour-long ride. I carried on for another 20 minutes and topped it up. I think it was about 36.5 kilometers in the end. So just to get the extra mileage towards the challenge. So I've actually done 93 kilometers this week, Monday through to Sunday, although it's only Saturday today. And if I tag on the 25.5 that was from last week's volcano ride, that's a good chunk towards the 200 target. So fingers crossed, that's going to be an achievable number to hit, and I'll be quite, you know, it's a big jump up to do 93 kilometers this week. Last week was about 60, I think, if I included the part of the ride that I lost when I got kicked out of Zwift. So a nice good step up. I do feel it slightly more in my legs today, I must admit, after that ride, but it can only be taking me in the right direction, so thumbs up. And that takes us to the end of the week. Been a bit of an up down week this week. Good for cycling, which is good. Another pound weight loss, which is good. Just sort of the mental struggles really to get through everything else with the work and the homeschooling, but that should ease up as of next week. So yeah, finishing this week in a very positive mood. And thank you everyone again for coming along, and it was great chat on Discord. That seemed to work really well. And yeah, come along next week for the ride. Comment below. I'll do the usual. I'll put a pinned comment down. Put your name under there if you want to come along. And I'll do the same in the Facebook group, so that you can do it there, and on the Discord channel. So join all of those if you haven't already, so you can come along. The problem I do have is I can't just send out invites to the ride to everybody in my friends list. There's a maximum number of riders on a team on a meetup of 100 riders, and I'm now at the stage where I've got more than 100 friends. That sounds like a boast, doesn't it? But I've got more than 100 friends in my list on Zwift friend list, so I can't just ping it out to everybody. So unfortunately I do have to go through manually. So please just continue to comment every week, so I'll make sure I don't miss you, and I'll make sure you're added to each week's ride. Yeah, positive end of the week. And if you like this video this week, do subscribe to the channel, hit the like button and all of that sort of stuff. And I will see you next week for hopefully completion of the 200 kilometers in 2 weeks challenge and some more weight loss, hopefully. See you then.